Let's go down, Jerome's If I Could Turn Back Time. Boom. It's exactly what Harrison Smith did tonight, man. I absolutely love to see Harrison Smith turning back the clock, which is fitting since it is daylight savings time and stuff. So looking really damn good. And like we said, this was such a weird game. And at halftime, we had talked about how, okay, so the Vikings are down 7-0. They had taken points off the board with a couple missed field goals. Reichard obviously hurt, as well as Sling and Sam Darnold making mistakes and all that stuff. But the Vikings found a way, and what's key here is that you have to find a way to win when you don't have your fastball. And actually, take that back. The Vikings did have their fastball today, and they honestly dominated this game. The defense is back. And really what happened is that Darnold mistakes kept the Colts in the game, kept that door open. But in all other facets, the Vikings completely took it to the Colts. And I will actually say, I think the Vikings dominated this game just as thoroughly as the Lions dominated the Packers today. I truly think that. Right, but the Vikings' various mistakes kept the Colts in, and it turned into closer to a near-run thing. But 6-2 is 6-2, man. It's all we know for right now. So you got a question or comment, toss a couple bucks in the super chat, as well as let us know where you're watching from. Give a couple shout outs. What up? Yeah. I'll say too, so I was singing Cher while we were getting things set up. In terms of songs that always make you feel good, release some endorphins, Cher's Turn Back Time is always good. You can't not like that song. Anyways, a couple takeaways from the game. The defense is absolutely back. So the defense got after jumping Joe Flacco, got home on a couple sacks later on. The Colts were 3 of 11. Amber is the color of your energy on third down, and only 227 yards allowed. They also sacked Flacco, how many times? 3? Should have been 4. Yeah, is what it is. But the Vikings also they cleaned up a lot of penalties, only 3 penalties on the day. Did have a big DPI late, which set up that field goal, which sort of is what it is. But the Vikings did a phenomenal job really bottling up Jonathan Taylor Thomas and forcing Flacco into tough situations. And I mean the Colts, they started 2 rookies on the O-line, but the remaining parts, Ryan Kelly, Braden Smith, as well as obviously Quinn Nelson, they're still pretty damn good, man. Right. So Samuel Gonzalez, $2 free. Reisner from the bench. Yes, I think that's a change that's going to have to be made because hell, put Reisner in at center. I'm sort of done with Garrett Bradbury. Well, been done for you. Like I said, Garrett Bradbury is the Daniel Jones of centers. It's kind of crazy. Next, can't afford to start slow. And, I mean, the Colts are a tough team, respect. They've been in every single game. This is another game where every single game has been within a single score, and they're 4-5, and they fight, they play hard. I got nothing but love and respect for Zaire Franklin and whatnot, but against Tier 1 competition, you can't have this. Well, you cannot have this against the Lions. You can't have this against the Chiefs. You can't have this against whoever, right? So you got to be... We'd always complained about the Vikings not showing up in the second half, but now they didn't show up in the first half. Yankee swap. Thomas Larson, $5. Did they really? They did it really sad for Will, but he will bounce back. Also, Ingram probably had a fire lit under his butt because Dalton was ready to go. I think that's part of it, but the interior offensive line is a mess. Brandel as well. I feel like O'Neal and Cam Robinson were the only two good offensive linemen. I know that Robinson got caught up in that game on third down, but overall, what do you expect from a guy who got 2 practices in and just learned Blake Brandel's name on Thursday, right? Yeah, I think overall Robinson. Also, we don't give enough credit to Kwesi for getting Cam Robinson a starting caliber left tackle for a 2026 day 3 pick swap. I can't wait till political ads are done. Anyways, Michael Brown, $2 Canadian. I love your channel. Skull from Montreal. Thank you. S'il vous plaît. Yes. Mr. Dumb, $1. What up? Chad Sharoma, $2. Marissa says Skull from Winona. What up? Love me some Marissa's. That's right. Nathan Anderson, $5. Turner balled today. Glad to see he got involved. Skull from Lincoln, Nebraska. That's right. Where Turner did stuff that's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but he probably got about 3 or 4 pressures, and he looked really damn good. And also, the fact that he was rushing for both sides and the fact that he was setting the edge against the run, I think there's a lot to like. Certainly is. D. Margs, $5. Do you think the Vikings trade for anyone else before the deadline? Well, you're 6-2, and I think that Kwesi's going to say F them picks. And interior defensive line is a need. Cornerback is a need. Let's go get him. Let's see, Mr. Dumb, $2. Quinn Williams, one time. I do think that Williams is more realistic than Dexter, just because I think the Jets are in a death spiral. Right. Jeff Boyer, $2. D showed up, as did Darnold and JJ Mount Zippinal. Skull forever. That's right. That's right, babe. So more takeaways. Number 3. Like I said, the Vikings dominated this game from soup to nuts, but just didn't show up on the scoreboard until late. Also, they fed Jefferson. Also, free three. Right. Yeah, but don't worry. Addison was not complaining about his usage, but Jefferson 7 for $137 on 8, as well as threw for 22 yards on the double pass. The one target that wasn't completed turned into an interception, so going to the well a little bit too much. How about Josh Oliver, baby? That's right. Love the Hockenson was back, but the Josh Oliver show was live and in color, man. Jordan Addison, 5 for 42 and a touchdown. That was a hell of a touchdown catch, man. And yeah, on the ball that was going to Jefferson that was picked off, I mean, Addison was wide open, right? Javon Green, $5. I love Channel Skull. It looked like that on the second pick. Jay was coming open. Things clean up, but good win. Just said that. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. Jacob Ledow, $5. What up? Let's see. Matt Ertz, $10. Why won't Kevin O'Connell start Reisner? 702, Las Vegas Skull. Second home. I think it's a spot where they wanted the fewest moving parts since they had Cam Robinson in there. But Reisner should start against Jacksonville next Sunday. Dave Walensky, $5. We also took half of a game off, finally turned the game around in the second half. Now, if they can just play in the first half like they did the rest of the games, and then the second half like they did this game, we'll be in business. Right. Also, what is it with Sam Darnold getting hit on the head on scoring plays? Because... yeah, so what's amazing is that the defense only allowed 6 points in actuality because the touchdown was complete BS and it was scored. It was a defensive score for the Colts. But how many times does Darnold guy get hit in the head on scoring plays? It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, man. Also, Diamond Dallas Turner, like we said. So he did a bunch of things that won't show up in the stat box. Turner had 2 tackles, but had 4 or 5 pressures. And on the Hottie Ward sack, I mean, that was probably the best rep that I've seen from Dallas Turner. Just looking really damn good out there, man. Also, Reichard will be fine, hopefully. So now we get a week to rest that thigh. Please just take my stem cells and Regenikine and send them to Germany. I don't care, man. Cam Robinson fit in perfectly. Like I said, outside that holding penalty, which... yeah, I think that the Vikings certainly got themselves a solid left tackle, given the circumstances with Durasaw. Joseph McShane, $20. Might as well ditch the picks and load up at deadline. That's right. Kwesi can't draft players, cornerback, interior offensive line, center at the deadline. That's what I would say too. It's like people always hate on Kwesi in drafting. Is like, well, he's really good in free agency and trades and day 3 selections and UDFA. So F them picks fully. Noah Koski, $5. Did our defense restore all faith with the 0 touchdown bounce back? Ish. Absolutely. And, outside of that fluke field goal at the end, I mean, this defense did the damn thing as well as, so for the Colts, I would love if DeForest Buckner and Kenny Moore, Kenny Moore and Mike Hilton have a running gun battle for my favorite slot corner in the league. If one of them wanted to stay, or both of them, want to stay. Why not? But Jonathan Taylor Thomas, got balled up 13 carries for 48 yards. You do love to see that. And that was prime directive number 1. Since with Flacco in there, you knew that they wanted to run the ball, and the Vikings really bottled up Jonathan Taylor Thomas. All that without Taki Taami, who just went on IR with his ankle. So it's really good. Let's see. Do we have more takeaways? Oh, yeah, Darnold cannot throw stupid red zone picks. Darnold cannot just stare down Justin Jefferson. Darnold cannot take I swear to Christ, like Darnold takes so many sacks in spots where you cannot take sacks. You know, that one that knocked him out of field goal range, but who knows if that was field goal range with Reichard's thigh. Also, Mike Tirico was oddly obsessed with Will Reichard's thigh. Like, he talked about way too much. Also, we need to get Melissa Stark off of the Viking sideline. I love and respect her work, but every single time they went to her, she had a new update on a minor Vikings injury. Oh, Ivan Pace. Oh, Josh Oliver. Oh, Sam Darnold. Got the walking wounded out there, man. Also, Harrison Smith. If I could turn back time. So, initially, Harrison was not having a good game. You know, he got picked on in coverage, missed a tackle, but then he recovered the fumble and 2 straight passes broken up on 3rd and 4th down. Really solidifying this game. That was vintage Harrison Smith, man. I absolutely love the double deuce out there. Four tackles as well. Just looking really, really damn good. I mean, this was fitting since his daylight savings, but this was a turn back the clock game for Harrison Smith. Burrow Matthew, $10. What up? Daniel Olson, $5. Take your top off. $50. Yeah, there you go. I have considered just turning this into an OnlyFans site, right? Except no nudity, just like me doing mukbang stuff, which sounds not safe for work, but apparently it's a thing. Just people eating. But look at the playoffs. All right, so Chiefs play the Bucks on Monday night. Probably win there. Blah blah blah. Also, who cares about the AFC? So the conference that matters. I mean, the commies are rolling, man. Respect. The Vikings right now second hind teat behind the Lions. Actually, no, hold on. Update and enhance. Yeah, because the Vikings would be ahead of the Eagles, wouldn't they? Yeah, they'd be the 5. There you go. 6-2. Who would have knew? Win the tiebreaker based on strength of victory. That's right. Suck it, Eagles. Suck it. And also, there's like a big gap. So got the Bucks at 4-4. It's probably going to be 4-5. Got the Bears who look listless. Hey, the Bears are only a quarterback away, man. And they'll be good to go. Abnormal angling, $5. West Coast offense supposed to give the quarterback all the answers. So why is Darnold still playing hero ball? Akers look good. Score from North Carolina. It's a good question. Like, Darnold hang on to the ball too long, and as we said at halftime, he's trying to score 10 points on every single drop back, and can't have that. Jacob let out $2. Hottie Ward needs some more playing time. Gilmore with the pass interference, man. But Gilmore was out there feisty. Like, I feel like Gilmore's been reading the headlines. Like, he was definitely getting after things. Care 11, hey. Yeah, and the DPI just sort of is what it is. Also, we got robbed of a legendary Beasy touchdown or turnover celebration, because that one was going to be epic. Game sealer. Sean LaFoe, $2. The league copping Flores looks on D more and more. Well, I think it's something that's always been in vogue, and I think that Zimmer really did start things off with a double A gap look, and then everyone copied the mug look, and then everyone just starting to do student body up at the line of scrimmage. Noah Koski, $2. Is that last year Cam Akers jersey? No, this is a Kyrie. Yeah. All right. What else we got? Got anything off? Oh, Ron of Jacksonville. All right. So, the Vikings, win is a win. And sometimes you got to learn how to win weird. Sometimes you got to learn how to win when you don't have your best stuff. No excuses. But the Vikings got it done. They're 6-2, 3 road games in a row. Now, it's tough to win a game in the National Football League, and you can't take the Jaguars or the Titans for granted. You can't take them lightly. Same thing with the Bears. So the Vikings got to buckle up, right? But the Vikings could plausibly come out of November at 9-2. And possibly 10-2. We got Cardinals at home on December 1st. So got to buckle up. And this is a big-time stretch run, as the Lions, got to keep pace with them. And also, the way that the Lions completely dog-walked the Packers, there's no moral victories in the National Football League. But the fact that the Vikings had mistake after mistake after mistake against the Lions a couple weeks ago, and it took a last-second field goal for the Lions to win, kind of makes you feel good about things, right? That we'll see these jabronis again, but there's a lot that the Vikings have to clean up. It's great that the defense is back, but, the Colts were a bit shorthanded, even with Flacco out there. But offensively, all the weapons are there. Darnold needs to stop making mistakes. The offensive line needs to get fixed. and just go from there. Joseph McShane, $10. Also appreciate your channel. Favorite YouTube channel, and then the Office compilation channels. Skull San Diego. Hey, thank you. Also love me some San Diego. If the wife and I were going to move the family to California, San Diego would be the choice. San Diego's a great town, man. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, the Vikings still fighting in the division, still fighting in the conference, as right now would be the 5 seed, would open up on the road against the Cardinals. I'm not sure. Like, I propped up the Cardinals all year. Also, I propped up the Colts all year too, but we'll see. It could be a pretty significant showdown coming down the pipeline, but the Vikings do need the Lions to trip up a time or two. Otherwise, I mean, just given the way that divisions work out, it just could be staring on the barrel of the 5 seed. But, I mean, the Lions look good. I respect. Although, Brian Branch ejected, rightfully so. All right, so Lions on the road against the Texans. Can the Texans actually show up? Would be kind of nice. And then Jaguars at the Colts versus the Bears versus the Green Bay Packers versus the Bills at Chicago. Well, I guess the Lions can play outdoors now. Yeah. At San Francisco, Monday Night Football. Please, San Francisco. And, of course, the Vikings, Week 18. Let's go. Let's go, man. But like we said, a win is certainly a win, and you feel good about getting things done. Tonight, Vikings are 6-2, and we're on to Jacksonville. That's right, baby. But that's it. Thank you very much for coming along. We'll have winners and losers out in a smidge. You guys are the best. Yeah, you absolutely know what to do. Skull.